And today's you faffoed yourself, Utah, that is about to lose all the revenue from the Sundance Film Festival. For those that don't know, Sundance is a film festival, like the Cannes Film Festival. It's a big deal. People fly into Utah, Robert Redford's baby. It's you figure why Utah, but then also okay, it's in the middle of nowhere. You got to do what you wanted to do. Coolsies. Utah is busy trying to pass this bill that basically says you cannot display the pride flag, LGBTQIA kind of stuff anywhere. We don't want to see it. Rainbows are offensive to thine eyes. Good Mormon values. Basically, the whole state of Utah is problematic, but Utah is pushing hard for this bill. And Sundance Film Festival does in fact put up pride flags. It does in fact display films for consideration that have LGBTQIA topics. Some of the actors who fly in for Sundance are in fact somewhere in the LGBTQIA group, and Utah doesn't like that. Well, I don't know if they completely thought through that this would get rid of Sundance, but Sundance heard about this, and then one of the elected officials out of Utah tweeted, Sundance promotes corn. Sundance promotes edophilia. Sundance does not represent our values. And Sundance went, bet, and now Sundance is picking itself up and moving to Colorado. Whether or not this piece of legislation in Utah passes, the next Sundance Film Festival will be in Colorado because they're done with us. Now, granted, Mormons have a shit ton of money, and there's also a ton of tech out of Utah, but you should look into the tech that comes out of Utah, because this is a state that is about to be very anti-LGBTQ. I mean, perfectly in line with Mormon values, but do you know how many content creators are in Utah? Well, actually, a bunch of them are about to leave because Utah just also passed the, basically it's like a Kuchen law, but for parents who are content creators that have their kids in their content, which is most of Utah. There's Stanley Cup girlies, and then there's trad wives with their perfect kids. Utah just said either you put some of that money in a trust for your kid, or you can't film your kid in Utah. So much like a lot of content creators left California for the very same reason, expect a lot of trad families who film their kids to leave Utah. Because, heaven forbid they actually give their kids a cut of the... Oh my god. Anyway, Sundance is moving. Utah is problematic. Look into all the tech companies in Utah because, yeah. But also pay attention to Utah content creators with family content if suddenly they move. Because, look, if my kids are generating me $2-3 million a year, Stanley Cups aren't cheap. It'll be interesting to see who chooses God and who chooses money.